Hello, hello. Say hi to Karma. And she's sweetheart. Anyway, she's getting a modified lion cut, which is no mane, tiger head on a lion pattern body. That's her owner's service request for her. And she is pre-treated with GABA so she can have a low stress grooming for irritability issues is how her fight or flight surfaces, right? So fight or flight is either irritability or panic, right? Can surface in different ways. Anyway, how you doing, Karma? She's like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. So the owner's request is perfect paws, so no toe tufts, right? Tiger head, lion pattern body. What else? Oh, smaller boots. There. Alright, let's start with her nails. Oh, there goes Shuji on the laptop again. Come on, off the laptop. Come on, I don't want you doing that. Okay. And let's start with her nails. Are they there? She's like, they're there somewhere. Mm-hmm. There. Waka, 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 waka. Mm-hmm. Good girl. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, let's start with a Brazilian. Let's get that Brazilian going. Waka waka. How you doing, Islander? What's going on? Alright. We gotta pick up any second now. And if that happens, I'll just turn the sound off until I check the client out, and then I'll be right back. Waka waka. Full Tigon, that means no tail. Really? You're gonna get rid of the tail too? Oh well. She's got a beautiful tail. It's almost sacrilegious. It's almost sacrilegious. De-stressing? You watch cat grooming to de-stress. That's hilarious. I can see how that would work if it's a calm cat, right? The only reason why she's calm is because her owners pre-treat her with GABA. Otherwise, she'd be swearing like a sailor right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright, the poof is floofed. There. Alright. Up, here comes the owner for pickup. We will be right back. Hello. And we're back. Karma, where were we? She said, I don't remember. Okay. I think we're going to put your tiger head in. That's where we were, right? She's like, I guess so. She's a little fluffy. Wow, this is the first time she's had a... Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I was going to say, is Karma finally having a perfect groom? Wow. Wow. It's alright. Not to be so angry. Not to be so angry. Like shooting fish in a barrel, right? Like shooting fish in a barrel. Hi, Islander. How are you? This is Karma. Ooh-hee. I can't hear her, but I can feel her grumbling. Just slightly, under her breath. Wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Karma. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. Why do you gotta be so angry? Don't be biting me. You wouldn't bite me, would you? She's like, I will. I would and I will. Karma. Why are you still grumpy? I thought we went over the pre-treatment of your GABA with your parents. I thought we already went over this. Hello, hello, hello. It's Two Skulls. What the hell's going on with the page today? What the hell's happening with the page today? Two Skulls? Isn't that weird? What's happening? Don't know. I don't know what's happening. So this is Karma. Karma was a really sweet little girl when she used to come here years ago. And then what happened with Karma is she went over to another, like shooting fish in a barrel. It's too easy. And she didn't have a very good experience with the other groomer, right? I don't know what happened. But she was never the same, right? And she got really angry about her grooming. What I tried to explain to the owner was I don't think she's ever going to come back to the way she used to be without the help of GABA, right? So when you pre-treat a cat with GABA, they're not supposed to be taking those swipes. It's a clear indication that she may not be at her therapeutic dose, right? Say it again. Same thing happened with your cat? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess she holds a grudge, Karma. She doesn't forget, I guess. Right? But she, believe it or not, she used to be a sweet little putty cat. She used to be. So that cone is upside down to prevent her from taking swipes at sharp moving instruments. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that off. Okay. What are the chances that Happy Hoodie is going to make her happy? What are the chances? Slim to none? Probably. Probably. Slim to none. Now, I do have some sound I can use here on the table. It's not the same as the Caddyshack mat, but let's just try it. Just get it going. Might help. A little bit of sound therapy. Never hurt anyone, right? Go. Let's turn that on. So this has been going on for way too long. There's no reason why a pre-treatment of GABA at the therapeutic dose would allow a cat to be doing this. I've gone over with the owners how to do the pre-treatment several times. For whatever reason, they thought 25 was all that the cat needed. But there comes a point where I'm just going to have to refuse service if they can't figure it out for themselves, right? Because we don't want to be repeat grooming cats at these stress levels, right? So something may have went wrong. One thing that can go wrong with a pre-treatment of GABA is if you're working with a liquid and then that cat just locks their larynx and it never went down, right? Yeah, so the cat can very easily outsmart you. Alrighty, then. So it sounds like this little girl outsmarted her parents. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Which means what? We have to go into old school cat grooming, right? Yeah, welcome to the world of old school cat grooming. Yay, so much fun. Alright, we'll use the real sound therapy and see if we can get that to help. Because apparently, she probably doesn't have any GABA in her system. okay, just acting up. Oh, what's happening with it? Alright, hopefully we won't need to keep that sound on while we're grooming her, right? Sometimes you have to keep the sound on while they're in the bath, right? Alright, so that sound got her through the last bit of her grooming. I call that sound therapy. It's just the exhaust of the Caddyshack bath, which is like a cat hair dryer, right? But it acts like a second grooming station. And she is on the edge of doing all kinds of crazy since her pre-treatment of GABA apparently never went down. She never swallowed it, apparently, is probably what happened. So the earpiece is out of my ear because she needs my full attention, right? So talk amongst yourselves. She's like, yeah. Talk amongst yourselves, bitches. And don't interrupt my spa day. The queen has spoken. The queen has spoken. She's like, you got that right. I'm the queen of everything. The queen of everything. Alright, water's nice and warm. Wow. She's covered in a nice, thick, heavy layer of oil with all of her dander sticking to her. You probably can't see it, but it's there. Trust me, it's there. No. I don't trust you. I do not trust you. No, I don't. I'm not the one who was mean to you. No, I didn't do anything to you. I remember going to see the groomer who groomed this cat, way before she ended up grooming Karma, and then she's never been the same since. I'll never forget. I was making my rounds, you know, just taking a look at all of the different grooming facilities in the area. And what I would do is I would walk in, do a little 360. If anyone was there to talk to, sure, great. If not, I'd just walk right back out again. I was just kind of like doing what would you call it? Getting an energy read. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's sort of like an energy read, right? What I noticed about the groomer who groomed Karma, it was basically a dump. The front of the salon was okay, and then there was a little Dutch door, and then what was in the back was just pure filth, right? She even had those drying boxes, which didn't look like any animal was being cleaned in between dryings, right? Which is a really great way to get an animal sick, right? But here's the part that I'll never forget about going to visit with the groomer who groomed Karma. I don't think I have the bottle here, but it told me everything I needed to know about that groomer, right? It told me everything I needed to know about that groomer. I'll explain it to you in a second. And I'm like, yep, I got your number. I got your number. Alright, bubbles. Get those going. This is Karma. She's angry, not happy. And apparently her GABA is not working because she probably never swallowed it. I can guarantee you they're probably using liquid, and she probably just locked her larynx, which is what most cats will do. They'll evolve, people, and they'll get smarter, right? And that's why GABA, the liquid, has the highest fail rate, because cats evolve and they get smarter, and then they lock their larynx and it never goes down, right? Yepper. Doesn't mean, just because you got it in the cat's mouth doesn't mean the cat swallowed it. Now think about it. That stuff is icky. Cat's not, I don't think the cat's outsmarting the human. I think the cat's just subconsciously blocking the larynx from swallowing something so smelly and horrific. They're doing it subconsciously. It's a form of survival, right? Yeah. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. That's my theory. She's like, you might have a point there, lady. She's got all happy all of a sudden. What made you happy? Getting your eyes washed? She got all happy all of a sudden. Karma, what made you happy? I like my face getting done. Her scowl went away. Good girl. Good girl. Wee-hee. Capiche? got smiling eyes. She's happy now. She likes her face being done. But she'll probably turn into a swearing sailor again the minute I start washing her boots. Probably. Just a guess. Just a guess. Wow, 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 wow. Alright. Ready, steady, here we go. Wow, wow. She said, what'd you do that for? Keep you happy. Happy hoodies make you happy, don't you know? Don't you know? She's like, don't believe the hype, people. Bunch of bullshit, people. You can hear the grumble starting again. Why? Because I'm doing something she doesn't like. She likes her face being done. But now I'm touching her boots. She's not happy. Shooting fish in the barrel, people. It's really that easy. So 90% of you are women. My algorithm tells me so, right? And the closest thing to fight or flight in cats is PMS in women, right? Yes. Can you relate to how things trigger you when you're PMSing? It's kind of like that when it comes to fight or flight in cats, right? It's kind of like that. But there's something you can give your cat so they don't have this kind of reaction. It will literally block the fight or flight signal. But she obviously outsmarted her owner. Yeah. And every time she comes here, there's always an issue with the pre-treatment. So it just gets to the point where I finally just have to say, no, I'm sorry, right? Because we give you the guide, we help you to understand how it works. Yeah. And when it doesn't, It's not because of the GABA, right? So you have to figure it out, people. Because you work in a shelter, you think you know? Shut the fuck up, right? Go back to your shelter. Oh, I know. Why don't you just create your own content? Everyone's creating their own content, making their own little magic bubble universes of what they believe is right and wrong, right? Yeah. So why don't you just go ahead and do that, right? I mean, hell, you've got that girl Cody out there. She's been live. Well, I don't think she goes live, but she's been on YouTube convincing, you know, her people. And she has the audacity to call her clients special needs as she tortures and terrorizes them, as they're being pinned down, screaming and kicking and biting both dogs and cats. Yet she has them all convinced that this is how you do it. Yeah. And do you know why she's still up? Do you know why she was never taken down? Because YouTube gives content creators a free pass if their page is educational. Here's the problem, YouTube. Cody has no training in cat grooming, right? She has no training in cat grooming, YouTube. So it's no longer educational, is it? No, it's a dog groomer with no cat grooming skills, no techniques, duping all of her clients into thinking that, yeah, the best way to groom an aggressive cat is to pin them down, scruff them, terrorize them, force them to be groomed, all that good stuff. Why? Because she can. She's been given a free license. And the best part of her plan, no one can stop her. Until YouTube realizes that she literally slipped through the cracks and realizes that she has no training. Yep, she has none. Zip. Zippity-doo-dah. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. She has a name. She goes by a name on YouTube, right? We did it. You did it. You look and smell marvelous. She's like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. She's so pretty. Alright, last one. You got it. You got it. Right here. Last booty. Last booty. Last booty. Alright. Put that down. Get rid of that. No, there's nobody. Nobody's supposed to be here. Nobody's supposed to be here, so the door's not opening, right? Unless someone decided they're just going to show up whether the cat's done or not, even though, you know, for the last 15 years now, we've been sending a pickup text to let you know when your car was ready, right? It's really that simple, people. It's really that simple. All right, let me turn the sound off. And we're back. And we're back. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Two Skulls. Alright, sorry, I had to take the earpiece out because, you know, she can be a little intense. Waka wah. Waka wah. Ready, steady? She's like, for what? To get your face done? Hello. Waka waka. There you go. So anything about her face being done, she actually loves it. So we know that we're safe. We're working on her face, right? So she does have certain parts of her grooming that she actually loves, right? But you did it. She's like, that doesn't feel nice. Okay. Alrighty then. The queen has spoken. So cool. You're so cool. You're funny looking. Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, other side. Alright, you want to get your boots blasted? She's like, not really. Alright, well, we're going to do it anyway. Wham. Wham. Alright, so that's like a triple protection for sound. We're about to use the Salon dryer to blast her boots. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Over there. If I didn't know any better, I thought she'd have a smile on her face. Are you a secret nudist? She's like, maybe. You got it. You got it. You did it. You did it. Alright. Enough of that. Guess we can't do anything like that unless this kitty is back in her sound box, right? Alright, let's get her back in the box just for a minute. Just for a minute. Good girl. Go ahead. Heel in. Heel. Heel. Good girl. Okay, let's give her a minute in there. There. And then I will set up the station in the caddy shack back to finish her off. He is a she, right? Yeah, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Yep. Normally, this is the time where I would do Q&A, right? But I'm too busy cleaning up aisle 2 that we're not going to have time for that. Yipper. Oh my. Whew. Everyone just feeling like it's okay to just shit in public and leave it for someone else to clean up. You people are smelly. You people are smelly. Must be the French. Are the French coming around again? Too sweet, monsieur. Too sweet, mademoiselle. We don't want to smell you. We don't want to smell you, people. Sorry. But if you're gonna take a shit in the middle of my live, clean up after yourself. For God's sake, even dogs know that. Right? Alright. Final finishing is going to happen in the sound box, right? Do we need some more cleanup in aisle 2? It's a kitty. Yes, it is. What do you think it is? I'll give you 2 guesses. Is it a ferret? Is it a groundhog? Nope. She's already dry. welcome to old school cat grooming. This is what I used to have to do before GABA came on the market, right? I would use sound therapy from the Caddyshack bag. I would use pillows. I would use all kinds of different ways to get the cat done, right? And starting in 2017, we discovered by accident, because nobody was teaching it, that GABA can block this fight or flight, right? Now this cat has outsmarted their owner, right? It's not on a therapeutic dose of GABA. Her fight or flight comes right through, right? They are most likely working with liquid, which means the cats will usually outsmart the owner and lock their larynx, or they just naturally evolved to lock their larynx because it's icky and tastes horrific. So they do it subconsciously, right? So just because you get something like liquid GABA into your cat's mouth doesn't mean they're going to swallow it, people. Why I always recommend my clients work with capsules instead, right? All right, we are done. Just call the owner and yipper. All right, we are there. Just make sure that we went to the right number. Yeah. All right. And I'll probably just text it as well. Hello. Thank you so much, Two Skulls, for all. Yeah, sure, sure. And when you get a Persian cat from your breeder, and then your breeder, fails to mention the upkeep and maintenance of it, and then in 9 months' time, it's fully pelted because, the breeder forgot to mention just a little detail about, what's going to happen. And, yeah, you'll be crying and looking for a cat groomer. And when you can't find one, you're going to be forced to sedate groom your cat at a vet's office and get charged $300 to $500. Yay. All right, so I was just responding to a comment. Why would anyone want their cat's fur shaved down the way that, Karma's was? Well, one, a lot of cats are secret nudists, don't want anything to do with their coat. She's going to run around like a little secret nudist dancer in her house and be very happy. It's not something you're going to read from a book, but for cat owners who know, if you know, you know, about 70% of cats who come in for the line cut, they're coming in for no other reason than it makes the cat happy or happier, right? It's also a low maintenance style for the cat. So when a cat goes to a groomer and gets a haircut, it's for the same exact damn reasons that dog owners are bringing their dog in for a haircut, right? They're not going to get the breed standard. They're like, to hell with the breed standard. They are getting their cat or their dog cut down. Anyway, gotta go. All the best. Thanks, Two Skulls, for all your love and support, and we'll see you next time.